Attention bobsled riders! You will soon be embarking on a thrilling podcast down the icy slopes of the Matterhorn, so please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the bobsled at all times. Auf Wiedersehen!
Hello, yodelers! We are the Matterhorn Yodelers. I am your host today, Japheth, and I'm here with
Jackie
and
Someone evil. Or people.
Ooh, am I evil? Yes, I am. Sorry, it's a Metallica song. That's not what we're discussing today. We're talking about villains, and this is the time of the year where they come out and they show up in the
this is their time to celebrate.
Yeah, the Mickey Not So Scary event. They
take over the parks,
and it's fun. I really
so
like that.
Fun.
And so I kind of wanted to do like a list thing, or we brainstormed like how do we get the villains involved? And Jackie came up with a great idea of like the high school, like most likely to succeed, the yearbook, and so. We brainstormed and collaborated, and we came up with the idea of different most likely to questions, and we'll just discuss it. It's kind of fun. As of course, when we go over a topic and you've got a cool like opinion or something we missed, share with us on our social media. Again, I'll reiterate this at the end of the podcast, but I'm just doing it out there like, hey, chime in and put your 2 cents in as we go along.
Tell us how wrong we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Be like, no. Bears beat Battlestar Galactica.
How dare you put Ursula like that?
She is a saint. Okay. So we're going to start off with a fun one. Not a boring one, because that's what this whole episode's about. No. The first one is most likely to take over the world. So we'll start off with you, Peter. What do you got?
All right. I picked one, and we talked about this character in a prior episode, but I picked Doris from Meet the Robinsons, the hat.
Ooh, that is a good one. That was on my radar.
I forgot about that one.
It's pretty evil. That's the AI threat.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligent robots taking over the world.
I thought of it as like who would win in a campaign, kind of like.
Oh, so we're like political,
almost, like who would get the people's support, and I thought Gaston.
Okay.
He is a people pleaser.
You know, everyone loves him, and I mean, people followed him to a mysterious castle
to kill a beast
and to fight objects. If I saw objects, I'd be like, I'm out.
I mean,
that dresser is moving. No, thank you.
And singing opera. What?
Yes, I would be scared, but yeah, he was very convincing. I'll use him later for one of mine. I have a couple. I can't even know if I'm saying this. So, like, there's a Fantasia. You have the Chernabog.
Yes, the Chernabog.
Oh.
The evil demon where he's, like, pulling up all the ghosts and the dead to fight. And with that also, is like, well, there's also the Horned King, from Black Cauldron.
Yep.
Where he's like summoning the army of dead. So like that's pretty. That's nice to have. There's a lot of dead people, right? And they can probably take on. That was effective in Lord of the Rings and like that army of the dead. Like that was effective.
Yeah.
I got another one. Emperor Zurg.
Oh.
He's at a galactic level and like taking planets out.
True.
So what was your pick?
I think my gut says Zurg. I'm going to go with Emperor Zurg. As long as Buzz Lightyear doesn't show up.
If you picked Chernabog, I would have wrecked you. Because
I'm sure.
because I thought about Chernabog at first, but I was like, you know what? You know how he loses? The sun comes up and somebody rings a church bell and he loses.
Yeah. So we got to have him take over the world.
At night.
So he's got to be in like Iceland.
Yeah.
The
All right, so now we're gonna move on to
well,
best
we're not gonna vote. We're not gonna
Oh,
decide.
are we gonna vote in on these?
I thought we were gonna
Okay.
fight.
Oh.
I didn't think
I
we were
thought
gonna
we were
fight,
just
but we're gonna share. But
nominating.
yes. Which
How about
one
this?
would you
How about
vote
this?
for?
I'm just making this up on the spot. We each have to vote for somebody else's pick, and whoever has the majority wins.
Okay.
Does that
We'll
work?
start with you, Jackie. Yeah, we'll do that. Jackie, which one did you pick?
What was Peter's again?
Doris, the hat from Meet the Robinsons.
I'm gonna go with Japheth.
I'm gonna go with Doris. Doris is pretty scary.
I'm gonna go with. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Zurg. Zurg is he's got an army behind him. So if there's anyone that could out of
Those are
that
good
would that would
picks,
work.
yeah.
So I guess Zurg ends up winning the most likely to take over the world.
All right.
Out of our picks.
Out of our
yes.
picks.
Out of
Unless
our
you can-
picks,
All right, so let's move on. Who has the best companion duo? Like who are the best 1-2 group?
So I was confused about this one. Are we picking two villains that would work well together?
No, like already existing.
Oh, okay. I thought of something different.
You could share
Yeah.
like your who you thought would be like two together.
What two villains that would really work well together?
Okay, yeah. All right, Peter, what do you got?
I picked Gaston and LeFou.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
good.
those are good.
That's a great team duo. They've got each other's back. When Gaston's in the dumps, LeFou brings him up. You know, like they complement each other. Like even though LeFou, he's not the most like strongest, most amazing dude, he's the guy that helps motivate Gaston. So I thought that was
he's
the
a good
best.
motivator.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with mine. I'm gonna go with Jafar and Iago.
Oh, those are good.
Just comedically, Iago's so good, and like he can do impersonations with the voice. Like he's the one that gets the lamp,
Yep.
you know,
Yeah.
and gets it to Jafar. So I thought that was pretty good. Jackie, what do you got? I mean, I know yours is a little different, but
Well, I'll go with one that goes along with your guys' pick, and I'll go what two villains would work well together. So I guess I would maybe say like Corella and her henchman.
oh, okay. What are the name of their
Horace and
henchmen?
Jasper.
Horace and Jasper, yeah. I think they're good.
Or is this more of like live action Cruella?
Oh, I like the live action.
Cruella.
Those relationship. It was real good. But my original thought was like two villains in different movies that would work well together, and I chose Professor Ratigan
Mhm.
and Ratcliffe from Pocahontas.
That would be interesting.
I thought those two would really get along together because
Okay.
their desires, yeah.
That's a good combo right there.
And plus their names have rat in them.
You have the
Jody
same
also
sort of name as me. We gotta be best friends.
And they should be in the movie Ratatouille. All right, Jackie, who do you vote for best companion duo?
Oh, definitely Gaston and LeFou.
Okay. I'm actually hurt. I thought you were going to pick me, but all right. Peter, what do you got?
I would pick Jafar and Iago. That was a great. That made my list as a possibility. So
I think I'm going to go... I would go with my own, but I'm going to go with Peter's then.
yeah,
mine
that's
didn't
the
really
rule.
follow.
You have to vote for another person's, not your own.
I'm pretty good about, like, I'll admit mine's not as good as others, but I was like, nah, I still like mine. All right. We're moving on to the next one. Who is the most evil human villain? All right, Peter, what do you got?
I have the coachman from Pinocchio, the one who
Ooh.
kidnaps
thought about
children and turns them into donkeys.
That's really bad.
Yeah, he
Yes.
was pretty terrible.
Yeah.
And there's no
child,
resentment.
He's a real donkey.
Bad
There's-
donkey.
There is no resentment. He is a truly evil character in his motivations.
Yeah, there's really no redeemable like qualities in him.
No.
That's a good one.
Like, even the other villains are scared of this guy.
That's a good one. All right, Jackie, what do you got?
Hunchback of Notre Dame, Frollo.
Claude Frollo.
Yeah.
That
He's
made
just-
my list.
He's
made
so
my list.
terrible. Like, he, like, is just, like, so rude to, like, the gypsies, and,
Yeah, he's bad.
he's just a bad guy.
He's willing to destroy all of Paris for his own lust.
Yes.
How dare you? Shame on you.
Just, like, yeah, he just doesn't treat people well. He'll destroy anything just because he's got problems.
Yeah, it's true. He made my list. So my top 3 were Frollo, Evil Queen, and Mother Gothel.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Mother Gothel is probably bad at the
She's pretty
psychological
bad.
level.
Yep.
She's manipulative, and there's just... My wife was sometimes like, well, she's got some redeemable qualities, like, but it was all selfish.
Yeah.
It was always selfish, and, like, it was hard for me to, like...
It was like at the beginning of the movie when it was just her and Rapunzel, and she's like trying to be a good mother, and Rapunzel's thinking she's a great mother, but like she doesn't care. She's just
She's annoyed with her.
Yeah.
I have to deal with you so I can have my own vanity of youth. Yeah. So, all right, Peter, who do you think is the most evil human?
Out of those, I would pick Frollo. Judge Frollo.
Yeah, I would do the same. I say Frollo.
Yeah.
What do you say, Jackie? What was yours again, Peter?
The coachman from Pinocchio.
Oh, Coachman. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say Coachman because I did consider him as well.
Oh, he's evil.
Yeah, he's just
Ooh,
stealing children, and yeah.
no good. Okay. Moving on. We got most likely to become a good guy. So, Jackie, who do you have?
Okay, so thought about the villain in Luca, the bully.
Yeah, the Stephanopoulos dude.
Yes, he probably could become a good guy, but also maybe like the stepmother in Cinderella.
Okay.
So
Which
I'll
one's
say
your pick?
Lady Tremaine.
Yeah, Lady Tremaine.
You think she could be good?
I think she could be good. As long as she's living a nice life, she'd be a nice person.
So we have to bribe her to be good? Is that what we're doing now? Okay. Hey, I'll be... It's like when we're in high school and the bad kid acts up and like teacher's like, I'll give you a piece of candy if you just sit in your chair like, what the heck? Am I chopped liver? I'm sitting in my chair. Where's my candy?
Yeah.
Well, he's acting up. No. Okay, I can see that. Peter, what do you got?
I have Yzma.
I thought about her.
I have Yzma because, you know, like the bad thing that she does is she's basically overthrowing the kingdom. She tries to kill Cusco, but as far as we know, she could actually be leading the people properly, you know, and isn't living a selfish, spoiled life like Cusco was.
It's true.
And
I
so,
mean,
like,
threw
we-
an old man off the building.
Beware of the groove.
Right. So, like, who's really the villain? Is it Yzma or is it Cusco? You know? And so I think Yzma, out of all of them, has the most... With the amount of information we have, comes off potentially good.
I mean, and she works with Kronk. Kronk is such a good guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I love that character. He's probably one of my best,
He's
favorite.
so good. Spinach puffs.
Yeah. Squeak, squeaky, squeaky, squeak, squeaker. All right, I went with Sid from Toy Story. He's young. You know, Woody just scared the duty out of him. I don't think he'll be mean to toys. Maybe he... You know, when we see him in the garbage truck, maybe he's turned his life around and he's doing better and he's nice to toys. I don't know. I have, and my next one was kind of Long John Silver. He's one of those like from Treasure Planet where he's like
on the border. I thought
I
about him too.
I had Robert Callahan from Big Hero 6 on my list.
oh yeah,
Because he is a pretty good guy. It was just the fact that, like,
he got angry at the guy who he thought killed his daughter. You know.
Yeah, that's a good one. I totally spaced that one.
Yeah.
All right, Jackie, who do you pick?
Peter's pick. The Yzma.
Yzma. I'm
like
gonna
that.
go with Yzma as well. I know yours is good. I mean, I like the young person. I'm kind of torn, but Yzma
I
sticks
like
out.
Yzma because I like that personality of like technically. Oh, I'm blanking on names here. Cusco.
Yeah.
I mean, he was gonna tear up a town for a water park. So
Yeah, it was the most redeemable
yeah.
person. Yeah. All right, Peter, what do you got?
Let's see here. I would pick Sid. I think Sid
Sid?
has plenty of opportunity to redeem himself and be a contributing member of society. You know?
I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. We're going to go magical. Who is the most magically powerful villain? Let's start with you, Peter.
I mean, how can I? If you're making me go first, I gotta take Maleficent. I mean,
Yeah.
how can you blame me for not taking that one? That one definitely
Dragons
topped my
and
list.
spells and
Yeah, I mean,
disappearing.
She created the whole the thorn bush, whatever, that they couldn't get through to get to Sleeping Beauty in time, and all of that. So she's quite magical. She's able to
always
curse
wondering-
children.
Yeah, it's like as powerful as she is, why doesn't she expand beyond a kingdom and why not rebuild a castle a little bit? It's kind of under disrepair.
Well, honestly, I don't think her motivation is power. I think her
It's revenge.
it's more of a hatred. She does
Yeah.
not like these people, so she cursed their child. I
See
yeah.
that.
I was gonna say Jafar
He's good.
because at one point he was granted and the most powerful
He
wizard.
was the most powerful
Sorcerer.
sorcerer in the
Sorcerer,
world.
yes.
That's true. He was knocking down buildings and yeah, he was on my radar too. That's a good one. I'm gonna come at you with some different. Madam Mim.
I had that. That was on my list. I
Oh.
had Madame Mim on my list.
She's kind of a dark horse. I mean, she was going toe to toe with
Merlin.
Merlin, and she just got beat out by just the toboggan flew.
toboggan
It got her.
flew.
It's the worst. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about her where I think she could. She's got nothing to hold her back, and you always want to know more about her, but you just don't get it in the story. And she's so overlooked. So she's kind of the
is.
dark horse of
I
magical
don't know too
villains.
much about her.
Yeah. All right, Jackie, who are you voting for?
Maleficent.
Maleficent. I do the same. What do you say, Peter?
I'm going Madame Mim. She made my
Madame Mim.
list, so.
If you had to pick between Madame Mim and Maleficent, which one would you pick?
Oh, it'd be Maleficent. I mean,
Okay.
that's a no-brainer.
It is kind of true.
Maleficent would destroy Madame Mim instantly.
So
her
in a
Maleficent's
Battle of Dragons.
Battle
you
of
think,
Dragons, Maleficent would destroy Madame Mim's dragon.
You said no purple dragons. Okay, we're moving on to the most powerful non-magical villain. So I'll go first this time. I'm gonna go with Queen of Hearts. She's chopping people's heads off,
She was
man.
good.
She rules with fear.
But is she technically magical because she's got a deck of cards as her army?
Yeah, that's
It's Wonderland. It's Wonderland.
Yeah, okay. Okay,
That's
I'll
normal
give that.
there.
It's true.
I mean, you got Alice. She's normal, but she's getting tall. She's getting small.
True.
So I mean, there's
I was gonna say the villain from Mulan. I forgot his name.
Shan Yu.
Shan Yu. He's a pretty scary dude.
He is.
He's pretty powerful. I would not want to go on a fist fight against him.
No, but I mean, how powerful is he when a 16-year-old girl who can't even pour a little cup of tea?
She learned. She grew.
Yeah.
She became.
She listened to Donny Osmond
Yeah.
be a man.
Be a man.
Nothing says, nothing is stronger than boot camp with Donny Osmond as your motivation.
That's what happened to you at boot camp, right?
Be a man.
That's all they play 24/7 at
It drives a man crazy to kill. All right, Peter, what do you got?
I had a few different ways to look at it, but going with the direction you guys were going, I will go with Shere Khan, the most feared tiger in the jungle.
Oh, that's a good
Feared
one.
by
him
all
later.
animals and even man. Feared
He's
this
good.
this beast.
And he can hit those low notes like no other.
Oh
Yeah.
man, every time.
Yeah.
He's got a
His
good
bass
bass.
is scary enough.
Oh yeah. Nothing commands presence than a good bass voice.
I also had Mr. Winky from Mr. Toad.
Okay, yeah.
Man who's, but I decided to go strength the way you guys went. So
All right, Peter, which one do you think is the most powerful non-magical?
let's see here. Japheth, what was yours again?
Queen of Hearts.
I would go with Queen of Hearts. Ooh, I don't know. Sean Hugh he's also got an army,
He does.
and I think Sean.
And he
Survived it.
survived an avalanche.
He did. I was about to say, it's like, he did survive an avalanche.
You know what? Sean Hugh, I think, wins this. In my opinion, out of the two, Sean Hugh would win that fight.
Okay, so if we had a fight between Shere Khan and Shan Yu, who do you think would win?
Sean Yu, I think,
think
would
so?
win against Shere Khan.
Who knows? All right, Peter, who do you pick?
I pick Sean Hugh.
Shan Yu? Okay, I pick Shan Yu too. I do like Shere Khan.
No, Shere Khan is my pick.
And so that brings me to the next one, because that is my pick. Is for this topic, it is most likely to turn a protagonist hero into a villain, and I think Shere Khan has that. That voice, it's calm, it's steady, and he could just convince someone to kind of intimidate them into you're joining my side. That kind of presence and power. And you can see that in Tailspins too, where he's working in that corporate
He's
office.
the mafia.
Do you see him as the mafia? I kind of saw him as a corporate head.
Oh, I saw him as the mafia the entire time. He seems mafia to me. Yeah. He is a corporate guy, but it's mafia-based corporation.
Okay, so that
He's got his thugs that'll take care of you, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say Mother Gothel, because if it wasn't for Flynn Rider, I think Rapunzel would have had a lot of hatred, because Mother Gothel was definitely planting seeds since she was a baby of the outside world.
She's manipulative.
Yes.
In that way, and coercive. And she did coerce those two thugs to not run away with
The crown.
the crown.
With the crown. Yeah.
So that's a good bit of persuasion right there. All right, Peter, what do you got?
I have Long John Silver
That's a good one.
because he is the friendliest pirate you'll ever meet, and he makes you feel good, and he makes very compelling arguments. He's a good persuader. He doesn't need to manipulate children. He can manipulate adults to see his point of view.
It almost makes what he's doing is not a villainous activity.
No.
From his point of view.
He's just it's just what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing. Oh, okay. All right, Jackie, which one do you think?
Long John.
Long John? I'm going to go with Long John as well. What do you got, Peter?
I would probably go with Mother Gothel.
Mother Gothel. Okay.
Yes.
All right, now we are going presidential. Who's most likely to be the president of the United States of America?
I'll go first. I'll say Han from Frozen.
Okay.
You know, he basically convinced Elsa and Anna to give him the castle while they went on a journey, so I think he could trick people. He would be a good
He
politician.
was very persuasive. I mean, he convinced Anna to
To
marry
marry
her
him
after one
One
day.
day.
You think I'm crazy? I watch a lot of Frozen. My daughter's just gotten into it, and she's just
Oh,
like,
boy.
so we watch Frozen probably like every day. But all right, I will go. I have 3 choices. It's either Scar, Ratigan, Gaston, or Lotso the bear. So I have like 4 choices that are. I think they're all good. I think Gaston would be my choice. He's good looking. He's like he's pro guns. That's gonna get you somewhere in the state, in this country. I mean, that's the stereotype you see on the internet when it comes to America. So I mean, he's got that going for him. The only thing going against him is he's not American, so he can't become president. So I was like, oh no. But
That's
if he
true.
was an American, the character, yeah, I mean, he's just very persuasive, and I think he could just pull it off. So that's kind of my thought. What is yours, Peter? Who do you think? Who are we voting for in 2024?
It looks like it's Jafar.
Jafar. Another
Jafar,
foreigner.
he's already got political experience. Like, he knows how to manipulate people to get what he wants. Like, he was pretty much he was running Agrabah. The Sultan was not running Agrabah. It was totally Jafar the whole
I think
time.
you know what? The Sultan's actually the villain. He's just neglecting his city.
His
There's
city.
street rats and kids starving.
I
you
agree.
know.
I agree. He should be on the list here of villains.
Jafar only became a villain when he started being greedy and tried to marry Jasmine.
he went too far there.
Yeah.
But you're so old.
Even that much manipulation wasn't enough.
Sorcery couldn't fix how old you are on that one. Not this case. All right, Peter, who do you pick?
I pick Gaston. He would win
Gaston.
a popularity contest.
Gaston.
The 5 dozen
He was
eggs.
my second pick, so.
Yeah, I'll go with who'd you pick, Jackie?
Hans.
I like Hans. Yeah, I liked that response. All right, we are on to this one's fun. This is kind of a CP kind of thing.
Yes. College
program. You know, you work the late shift, and you always end up at IHOP at midnight.
IHOP, Waffle House.
Yes. So the question is, who's most likely you're going to see at IHOP at midnight? So we'll start with you, Jackie.
I say Yzma.
Yzma. Why do you see Yzma?
Well, I just see her, like, out late, like, trying to do things, and then she's like, oh, I need pancakes now.
Pancakes. What kind of syrup is she using?
Oh, blueberry.
Blueberry all the way. Okay. All right, Peter, what do you got?
Oh, I gotta go with Jasper and Horace.
Oh, they would be good
Oh,
too.
yeah, they would be good.
What do they order?
They're, you know, you got, let's see here. Like, Horace, like, he would be the guy that would order, like, the big meal. You know, the grand
Oh, like
slam or
the
whatever.
steak or something.
Yeah.
He would get the steak at IHOP.
Right. Like, I wouldn't necessarily see these guys eating pancakes, but they would be eating the other stuff on the menu and getting
Like the
a lot.
burger and
Yeah.
the chicken fried steak.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna come out left field with Man from Bambi. The only villain you've never seen, but he's the most hated because he killed Bambi's mom. And
You know-
you can see him pulling up to the IHOP, and Bambi's mom's right on the hood, tied to it, and he's enjoying his giant grand slam. You know, he's got his eggs and bacon, and he's just like, got my bag, got my tag this year. I'm all good. And he's just chowing down.
Oh, man.
So yes, man is the the villain for this one.
That's
Okay.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
I'm gonna go with when picking. I'm gonna go with Peter's response, Horace and.
I
Jasper.
agree. I like Horace and Jasper.
Oh
I
come
would
on, man
definitely-
doesn't do it for you. Just because you haven't seen him doesn't. mean
I
you can't
pick
do it.
man. I'll
You
pick
pick-
man.
Yes, I thought that was like, oh, that one's great.
My other pick I had was Pete.
I thought about Pete.
Pete. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Pete.
I did have Percival McLeach.
Yeah.
I could do that.
he looks like a guy that would be at midnight at IHOP.
With Joanna eating his eggs.
Joanna.
My eggs.
Her favorite quote, Joanna.
Joanna. I just want to have a daughter, and I can call her Joanna. Joanna. I'm named after the lizard. It's all right. India was named after the dog. You could be named after the lizard.
That would be hilarious.
My wife will never go for that.
No.
All right, moving on. We have most likely to start a rock band. What do you got, Jackie?
Hades.
Oh, that's mine too. Oh. What do you got, Peter?
Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
Oh man, they would be so good. Hans Zimmer's one of the members, and he's
Oh yeah.
so that's a good one. Who do you pick, Jackie?
Well, you did not have a backup one?
No, I didn't. This is the one I was like, nope, Hades, all the way,
Yeah.
no way.
Well, then I have to go with. Well, I guess I'll go Hades.
Well, what if I throw out?
Boys.
I've got another one. I've got another
What do you
one I
got?
can throw out there. We can do Ka from Jungle Book.
Ooh, Ka.
Oh.
He would be like
Smooth jazz.
synthesizer,
Yeah.
kind of like slow pace.
Yes.
Lull you into
Right.
a stupor of thought. Yeah, I can see that.
I'll go with that one.
You go with Ka?
Yeah.
I like the lock barrel or
Lock, Shock, and Barrel?
Barrel, yeah, I like that. They would be good. I think they would have some good metal.
Yeah.
I like both of mine, so I don't know. I don't know if we can come to a consensus on this one. Because I think it ends up as a three-way tie because I have
Yeah.
to pick Jackie's here. So
Yeah.
three-way
Um,
tie.
Yeah. I choose Hades now.
Yeah. Hades.
I like your answer. I like your answer. All right, this one was difficult for me. I had a hard time because it's hard to see our beloved Walt with anybody. So the question is most likely to get along with Walt Disney.
Yeah.
And so who did you pick, Jackie? You came up with this question.
I can't remember his name. I'm terrible with names.
Movie?
But Up.
Oh.
The villain from Up. And that is because he's very innovative. Like he basically created a color where you can
The talking
understand
dogs.
dog.
Yeah.
I think Walt would love that.
That's true. That's a really good one.
That is a good one. I didn't think about him.
All right. Peter, who do you got?
I have Hades. I picked Hades because Hades is a master planner. You know, he's got a vision of the future. And those two could they would get to talking about what their plans are in terms of like planning ahead.
And he's a smoozer too. Like he's just slick. And
Yeah.
seems like he'd do really well. That's a good choice. I picked Dr. Facilier, the Shadow Man from Frog Princess. And I chose that because he's really smooth, and I think he would just keep Walt's interest. He's just all over the place, and
Do you think he would steal his soul?
I think he certainly would. Yes, he'd see the Walt money and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna roll deep with this guy right here." So, all right, so Jackie, who do you pick?
I'm gonna pick yours, Dr. Facilier.
Okay, Peter, who do you pick?
Charles Muntz is his name.
Oh, from Up.
From Up, yes. I go with that. Charles Muntz is a good choice. I agree. That was a good one.
Yes.
All right. We are on most likely to be kicked out of a fashion show. And who did you pick, Jackie?
I went with Dr. Facilier. So I think he would just be bugging people and stealing souls, and people like, get him out!
I got some cool tarot cards.
I mean,
All right,
if we're picking, fashion show, I mean, who else than Cruella? I mean, she's the queen
She'd
of
be-
fashion. She would be kicked out with the amount of obsession she has with furs.
that's true.
I don't know. She'd be the star of the fashion show. That was my thought of that one.
That's true. I don't know. I was kind of torn. I kind of stayed away from that because I thought it was a
Yeah.
little too obvious. I didn't want to have another Hades incident, so I chose something different. I took Yzma.
Yeah. I
She's
thought about
fashionable,
her.
but like, I don't know.
Kind of creepy.
Kind of creepy. And she always has something green in her teeth, and it's just so old. I just got. It's like that's ageist. Nah, Yzma just popped in my mind. She would kind of like annoy someone.
Yeah.
All right, Jackie, who do you pick?
I'll go with Yzma.
Peter?
I'm going with Dr. Facilier. He made my list, so.
I go with Dr. Facilier, yes. I picked that one as well. All right, who would be most likely to be conned?
Cruella.
Cruella.
So easily con her with fur.
Yeah.
Puppies.
That's true. All right, Peter, what do you got?
I have Prince John from Robin Hood.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's good, yeah. That is good. He did get conned in there. Yeah, I picked Goob from Meet the Robinsons.
Okay.
He's not the brightest guy. He's still got some childhood baggage that he's holding on to.
Yeah.
And then Syndrome was my next one too.
I'm sorry, I missed what your main pick was.
I said Goob from Meet the
good.
Robinsons.
Gotcha. Okay.
And they all hated me. And Syndrome was my other one. I thought he could get fooled. His pride would get to him.
Yeah.
All right, Peter, who do you pick?
I will pick Cruella.
Cruella. That's a good. I picked Prince John.
Yeah, I second Prince John. I didn't think about him, but yeah, he
Literally
would be
gets
conned.
conned the entire movie.
Yeah.
Several times. So
That's- yeah.
I thought it was a no-brainer.
No, I've lost. Mama. All right, I put on there like most beautiful, but I was like, no, like let's go with who's the coolest looking villain.
So I put Evil Queen because she's the fairest of them all until Snow White. So
Sorry, mine was based off of what you had written, most beautiful.
And I apologize.
So-
I was like beautiful. That seems a little weird. Why did I write that? And I was like, oh, I'll change it to like, who do you think is beautiful, or who do you think is the coolest looking villain?
So I picked Vanessa, Ursula's human form.
That she won the prince over real quickly.
So she wasn't that bad looking for a sea witch.
For a sea witch,
For a sea
she has a
witch.
good turnaround. Boy, she can put on some good makeup.
Great makeup.
Those tutorials are like, look like this and turn into this. You're gonna get so many YouTube video hits.
so many million views.
I said Maleficent. She's so cool looking.
She has
She
an
is.
that
elegantness to her. Yes.
drape. It's just sleek, good lines. I think she's just so cool, and sharp features are always attractive for people, and so I think that would be good. What do you think? Who's the coolest / most beautiful?
I like the Vanessa. Didn't think about Ursula or Vanessa.
The tutorial
Yeah.
before and after
That's
is very
right.
true. I think Peter's right on that. What do you got, Peter?
I had Evil Queen on my list, but I also did have Maleficent, but I crossed it out to put Ursula / Vanessa on there.
Okay, so it got cut for that.
It did get cut, so that's
Yeah,
why
I
I'm going
think-
with Evil Queen.
I think Ursula is a good choice. Ursula Vanessa. Didn't I
Yeah.
write a story about Ursula and Vanessa?
Oh, I don't know.
Like Vanessa was the backstory for Ursula.
Oh,
and
yeah, I
Oh,
remember
That's
that.
like our first stories back in the day.
Yeah.
Go back to one of our first episodes.
Episode 2 when we made up stories. And okay, last one, and this goes towards our dad. You know, he loved music makes everything, and so who has the best evil bad person song that's either sung or it's in the background? Because not every evil person has a song.
I chose Ursula, poor unfortunate soul.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
come on.
So
that's-
good.
That
Yep.
made my list, for sure.
That was on mine. That's top of my list. Who else do you got, Peter?
I have, and I went with one that I didn't think any of you guys would go for, and that was The Headless Horseman.
Ooh, I gotta go back and listen to
Yeah, I
that.
don't know the
The
song.
Headless Horseman, he's the worst.
Plug the song in now.
Right.
I had Scar with like Be Prepared.
All three of mine,
Oh,
we nailed all three of mine on my list. Scar,
Be
Horseman, and
prepared.
Ursula.
That's a good
Yep.
one. I also like your Frollo.
Frollo's on there too, the Hellfire one.
Ah, that's a very good villain song.
It's just like you hear it and you're like,
There's
dang,
that's one
This
thing.
guy's intense.
this is evil right here. That one's like, woo! I had to shake that one up. I didn't get some holy water, man. That was intense.
That's one thing Disney has always had a really good track record of. Are their villain songs are always so good, and so this was a hard one for me to pick, and so that's why I was like, let me go obscure here.
Yeah, I mean, and I just watched Sleeping Beauty and just that haunting, like, when Maleficent is enchanting Rose to go up to hit the spindle, and it's so
yeah.
creepy, and I was like, oh, that's so good.
That
like,
is a good one. Yep.
it's like, bing! Yeah, that's tough. And you're right, Peter. They do nail it down. And the villains, and you know, we're wrapping this up. The villains really make the story enticing. We all like a good bad guy to not like and root against, and to make our protagonist heroes better and triumph and give us hope in our own, you know, lives.
It's fun to celebrate the villains in October.
It is, and you know, you also have these debates too of like, you know, are they really bad? Are they really bad guys, or are we just being told a perspective that's not, you know,
It's true.
theirs? It works
And
against
you're
them.
seeing that in some of the live action movies like Cruella and Maleficent, so
Very true. You got anything, Peter, before we wrap this up?
No, I love talking about villains. Villains are always a fun topic to talk about, and this was a great idea. Maybe we'll do this on the hero side of things on another month.
ooh.
From hero to zero, he's a hero.
Right.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing when doing this list, and we can definitely do it on a happier day, like for it. Not during October.
No.
It's
New
supposed to be
Year.
dark. Yeah, maybe some hope. Yeah, maybe that'll be good. All right, that concludes this episode for the Matterhorn Yodelers. The villains most likely questions. Please let us know some of your choices of like who, you know, is the best companion duo, or who has the best evil bad song. And you know, it's like Darth Vader. You know, that's
Oh,
he is.
yeah.
But we were sticking with more the Disney
Song.
animation. But like, I think Darth Vader.
Oh,
has it,
Darth
like,
Vader,
nailed.
yeah.
That's pretty.
He definitely has the most iconic villains music for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. So with that, communicate with us. Follow us on our social medias, Instagram, Facebook. We are on most streaming services for podcasts. Do we have anything else, Jackie? Am I missing?
Leave us a voice message on
Voice
Anchor.
message. Do it in your creepiest villain voice.
Yeah, give us your villain voice.
Don't do it in your creepiest I have to get a restraining order voice.
Yeah, if your voice message is that good, you might be on an episode.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. So it'd make it
So it's
Matterhorn
really
Yodeler
simple.
approval.
You just have to go to our Anchor page, which is linked in our social medias, and then you can leave a voice message.
How wonderful. They can speak to us.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, Auf Wiedersehen.
Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of the Matterhorn Yodelers. Please remember, before your bobsled comes to a complete stop, to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And remember,
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.